What's going on? So these nightclubs back in Germany in the 1920s would blow people away even by today's standards. And the nightclubs I'm referring to are called cabarets. All right. If you've ever had any interest in the Broadway or Hollywood musicals from the 60s and 70s, you might want to lock into this video with me for a second. So, in one of my previous posts, I talked about the Weimar Golden Age. All right. So, in the mid 1920s, Weimar Germany is going to sign the Dawes Plan with the United States, which is going to put a lot of US dollars into the German economy, and it's going to lead to an economic golden age. Now, that golden age has side effects on German society, culture, arts, science, all of it. All right. Which is why the Weimar Golden Age is so widely studied. But the topic I want to talk about today is cabaret. Now, cabaret had been a thing in Germany for a long time, but it was super censored by the Kaiser, right? But now that Weimar Germany is, this constitutional republic that we all know it to be, those censorship restrictions are taken away. And now that we've got this economic golden age, we really have this flourishing in all of the arts, right? So these cabarets were these nightclubs that people really pushed the boundaries of societies, and it became this very liberalized institution inside of Germany. And there are two kind of main things I want to talk about in this video. The first are LGBTQ rights at the time and how cabarets were like a staging point for some of the main issues that these people were going through at the time. So cabarets use political satire, music, and comedy to highlight societal issues, right? It wasn't necessarily a show with a main plot line. It was almost like a variety show with a bunch of different performers performing pieces held together by a master of ceremonies that had a lot of comedy and banter to kind of link the show together, all right? There was one show called When the Special Girlfriend, and it was about two women who got away for a shopping trip over the weekends, and they were not very happy with their husband, and they took a very special liking to each other. Out of cabaret at the time came the Lavender Song, which is still a song used in gay rights movements even today. All right. So LGBTQ issues were definitely at the forefront, but they also used cabaret to have political satire. They had a show called Blame the Jews for Everything, right? Where they made a mockery of how anti Semitic Germany and the rest of Europe were becoming and blamed Jews for like leaky bathtubs and stuff that were completely ridiculous at the time. The cabaret nightclub life lasted from the mid 1920s all the way up until about 1933, when You Know Who takes power and rescinds that censorship, and it becomes really hard to have that same level of satire. So cabarets in Germany were definitely the talk of the town. Hope that helped.